Hello everyone, welcome to Skills Island. In this video we are going to animate this kind of uh, robo alien. So let's get started. So first I have just imported all these objects in layers in After Effects. But you can also use the AI file. You can also import the AI file by separating all these objects. I'll show you. This one is my first object. This all four legs are in different layers, and there is a body and two hands I have separated. So you can separate all these objects in Illustrator, and then just import that file by right click here, import file. Just make sure, you should have to make sure that when you are importing something, there is this one option you have to check here, compositing retain layer. So I'm going to start with the animation. First of all, I have to center. I have to place the anchor point in the center. For that I am just pressing the control key and just double clicking here, so all anchor points should be placed in the center. So I'll just go, and now I have to adjust the layers. So first of all, I just want to rename it, so I'm going to give him a name. It's hand 1, it's hand 2, this is the body, this is leg 1, this is going to name it leg 2, leg 3, leg 4, and this is something cap. So we have renamed all of the thing. All these legs are in front. I have to place these legs at the bottom. So this is it, and also I have to place these hands above the body. So this is our placing is done. Now I'll do one thing. I'll parent all these things. So I am going to parent this cap with hand 1, both the hands with the body, and all four legs with the body. So now I'll do one thing. I just set the anchor point of legs here. And leg 4 is here. So first of all, I'll do slide animation. Along with that, I need to adjust the floor. So for that floor, I have to place an anchor point here, so that we will know when we will animate, we will know where the floor is. Okay, firstly I'll animate the body. So I'm going to give a position here. So at 2 seconds I am going to place it a little bit above, and at 4 seconds at first it's okay for me, I guess, and at 4 seconds I'll just copy this keyframe here, and I am just selecting all of these keys and press F9 for easy ease. So this is our animation. it's too slow, so I'm going to fast it a little bit. So I'm going to just select all of these keys, and with pressing alt just place the keys here. So this is the animation we have got. Also I need to you know animate these legs as well. So I'm going to just at this position I'm going to animate the rotation and as well as the scale. So I'm going to place the key in rotation and scale. So I need at this point, I guess. Let's open the body for the reference. So at this point, yeah, at this point I need these both of the legs should be at the down. So at this point I'm just placing a key here in both of the legs, and at this position I needs to be the legs should be in up. So I am going to give a rotation here, and also I am scaling. So I need I need a vertical scale, so that's why I have just separate the vertical and horizontal scale. So this is will not do that much, just a little bit of scale. Okay, so at this point I need to scale it to the down here. So I'm going to just scaling it here. Yeah, this is fine for me. Also I'll do the same for this. At this position I'm going to, okay, this is not the, this one is the rear. So I firstly have to separate it. Also I'm going to give a scale here, but at this point I have to it's 92, so I'll do the same here, 92, and the rotation is 14. So I'll just going to -12. This is okay for me. So this is our animation. So along with that I have to do some animation in these keys as well. So I'm going to at this point it is okay, but when he is moving upwards, so these legs are in air. So I need to uh, adjust these legs to the floor when uh, both of these reached at the floor. So I'll do one thing, I'm just going to this position, and I'll open the scale. I'm opening the scale here and giving a key, and just remove this key first. So I'm going to at this position, and I'm going to I have to place a key here, and at this position I am going to scale it. So first I'll do one thing, I just separate all of these scales and just scaling it 114 here. So at this frame I am going to scale it to 95, and same 95 I'll do here as well. Okay, also I'll do one thing, I'll just have to rotate this as well. So I'm going this frame, I'm just giving a key, go to the next frame, and both layers are selected, so separately I should have to move it -10 and it should be the +10. So I'm going to select all of the keys and pressing F9 for easy ease. So this is our first animation. Let's see what is going on. Yeah, so I'll do one thing, I'll just have to place these keys a little bit near, and also these keys also a little bit near here. So let's see. Okay, and we'll go 2 seconds for the pause, and again I am going to copy this keys here and right click keyframe assistance time reverse keyframe, and also I'm going to copy these frames here, keyframe assistance time reverse. I'll do same for this, copy keyframe assistance time reverse. So this is our animation. Also I am going to copy these frames as well. Yeah, just copy these frame and right click time reverse. So I have time reverse it, but I need to place these rotation keys here. So let's see what is going on. Yeah, I have to place this animation a little bit. Okay, all scale I have to start scaling here. So at this point, going to, yeah, I need these things should be at the place, so it's here. Also I have to place this thing as well. Yeah, at this point. So I'm going to home. just do one thing. I'm just deleting this key and giving the I don't need rotation yet, so I just have to, at this point I just have to place this here. Also I'll do same for this thing as well. So I'm going to give a scale, and at this point, okay, I have to scale it down something like this. So when this will reach I have to place these keys here. So at this point this animation is okay. Now I have to, at this point I need rotation. In this point I need rotation. Sorry. Okay, I have removed the rotation here, so I'm going to rotating it. Okay, some mistake. I have to adjust rotation here. Yeah. So at this point the animation is okay. Now I need a rotation from here to here. So I'll do one thing. I'll just copy the first frames and paste it here. Yeah. Let's see the animation. This is it. Also I am just going to select all of these layer and pressing F9 for ease. Also it's the legs are still here, they are static, so I'm going to give a little bit of scale. No, it's not. At this point I'm going to give a little scale. Also I'm going to give a little scale here as well, in these legs, a little bit here and also a little bit here, and at this point I am copy these keys here. So this is our final animation. Okay, now I have to animate this thing as well. So I'm going to give a position same for this as well. Okay, so I'm going to start this thing from here, and at this point I'm just giving this thing a little bit up and this thing a little bit down, and just selecting these things and giving a easy ease. Controlling Z, and at this point I'm just giving down, so that at this point this should be at up. Also I am going to copy these frames and paste it here, and just giving time reverse. So it's not getting that much good. So I'll do one thing. I just remove this position first. So firstly I'm going to set an anchor point, pressing Y by anchor tool and just placing the anchor point here. Also I am doing the same thing. So now I'll do rotation and position, both of the things I will animate. So I have give the key at this point. I just moving this thing a little bit, and at this point I'm just moving a little bit towards, and also this thing, and rotating this thing a little bit, and also rotating this thing as well. So selecting this point is rotation, but this frame I need to give him a 0. Also I have to reverse these keys here, copy these keys here, and right click, time reverse. Also at this point I also want to move this thing a little bit, so that the animation will not look static kind of thing. Yeah, also giving a little bit of rotation here, copy these frames to the end, select all these keys and pressing F9. So the animation is looking like now this. And also we can animate this cap as well. So for reference I'm just opening these keys, open the rotation of the cap at this point, rotate it a little bit here, and at this point just move it like here. Just move it, copy this key here, copy the first key here, So just move it a little bit here and copy this frame here. Also select all these keys and pressing F9 for easy ease. So this is our animation. So one more thing I just want to do in this animation, just for that I am taking a null object here, and I'll see all of these are parented but to body. So I am going to parent this body to null object. At null object I am pressing 9 to set the anchor point. So I'm going to just place the anchor point at the bottom. Okay, now I'll just open the body. Where is our body? Oh yeah, open the keyframes of the body, and also I am just opening the key scale null object and place a key at the first frame. So at first frame, at the second frame, this alien is going to upwards. So I'll do a slight scale in the null object. So I'm going to give a scale of 105. Okay, and at this point I am just giving a scale of 95. Just copy these keys and paste it here. Keyframe assistants and time labels keyframe, selecting all of these keys and pressing F9. Also will slide animation, so I'll do one thing. I'm just going to 104 at this point, so it will look like it's moving. And also here I'm going to scaling down now, so I'm going to give it 94 here, and again copy this frame here. So this is our animation is completed. So that's all for now, and if you like this video, please subscribe our channel for support us. Guys, it will take so much effort to create these kind of animations for you, so I request you to please subscribe, so that will help us to create these kind of stuffs for you. So thank you for watching. Bye.